I want to get to the bad pass you got from Cole Caulfield because and that
Yeah.
and that that run to the Stanley Cup Final and just how huge that was for
Yeah.
this, not only for for this team, this city though, what they had become accustomed to over the years, and again, they were certainly spoiled, and it's been so long that for this fan base to get back to where they believe this team should be, but to be on that run, and let's just go down 3-1 to the Leafs, and we sent our secret agent in, Alex Galchenyuk, and we had him fucking give the puck away. Thank you, Alex. But Cole said, geez, you know what? We had him on, and he said, you know what? I should have shot it, but I gave him a shitty pass. But you picked it up. Like, how huge was that? And right there, that series turned on that dime right there.
Yeah.
And the rest is history. How cool was that for you?
Yeah, it was probably one of the bigger goals that I've ever scored. And you could kind of tell right away after the game that we just had a ton of confidence and swagger going back to Montreal. And we knew we weren't going to lose that game at home, and especially having fans back in the arena for that one. And we knew if we took them to 7, we had a pretty good shot. So, yeah, it was kind of the turning point, I think, for the series. Obviously, we had a lot of great plays, and Carey kept us pretty close for every game, and we were able to win big series against the Leafs.
How did you handle personally, like, the no fans? Was that like weird for you? Like, I know a couple guys said it was, a little bit different. Like, you have to do something extra to get yourself up for a game. I know it's playoffs. I know you're young, but like, was there an effect on that with you personally?
I think we just got used to it throughout the regular season. It was definitely really weird at first, but I think you just kind of became numb to it. But then once we had fans again, it was like, how did we ever play without these guys? And it just brings such a different atmosphere and energy to the games. And yeah, once we kind of got them back in the building, it was so much fun, and it gave us a ton of energy, and kind of carried us through into this final.
Yeah, watching that, it brought back memories for me, certainly of Patrick Waugh and what he did, Carey Price, but not just Patrick, the team, because the overtime goals, yeah, KK in Game 6, scoring that OT goal, and certainly not here now, and then winning Game 7, 3-1. And looking at Game 7, and you've played in them in junior, but in the NHL. And now you are on the road in Toronto. Looking back, and I always say it, Game 7, sure, I'd rather play at home, but there's no pressure on the road team. There's just all the pressure was on Toronto. And they certainly, and not to take anything away from the Habs and what you guys did in that Game 7, but they had tight ass. They were fucking nervous, and it showed, and you guys just fucking took advantage. It was incredible. Now, how'd you feel going that game? That confidence? Could you sense the other side had the pressure?
Yeah, we obviously, based on the season and expectations they had coming into the season, the pressure seemed to be all on them. Obviously, they're a great team. They're super hard to play against. We have all the respect for them, and but going in, we felt like we had a great group. We didn't really accomplish what we thought we could have in the regular season, and we had a bunch of guys that were ready to win, and we got healthy at a good time, and we had pretty much the full lineup available to us. And yeah, it was a crazy series, and that Game 7, I just felt everyone was calm. I didn't feel like anyone was nervous. Obviously, there's a bit nerves, but didn't show throughout the room. We were relaxed, having fun, and that confidence and swagger definitely came through in the Game 7.
Tim, do you ever play in a Game 7?
I never played in an NHL playoff game. I had shitty line mates, Nick. I say this all the time, just surrounded by losers. No, I obviously I didn't play long in the NHL. I played in a couple Game 7s over in obviously Europe and stuff, but it's not obviously not the NHL, but it's playoffs. And I think all of playoffs suck. Like, it's hard,
Yeah.
But no, it's pretty cool you got to do that. And obviously, would you say that was the biggest goal in Game 6 that you ever scored?
Well, handling the bad pass that he got.
Yeah, no,
yeah, Cole's not a passer, but I think I had a better opportunity on the one-timer, and I think he recognized that. So,
yeah, for sure. You opened up and picked up that.
Good thing it didn't bounce over my stick, or you would never hear the end of it.
You wouldn't be on
I
here.
Know.
No, I'm just kidding.
You know that. So, and I just want to go. I don't want to get bogged down on it, but I want to go through. How about Winnipeg sweeping them? I mean, I think right there, you guys just shocked the hockey world, not just everybody back here, but you shocked the hockey world with that. And I wanted to ask you specifically about the hit on Jake Evans and what that did to your group and how everybody reacted to that.
Yeah, I think it definitely bonded us tighter. Obviously, Jake's an amazing guy, well respected in the room. Everyone loves him, and to see that hit was pretty scary. And we were just hoping he was going to be okay and wasn't injured too badly. He went off on the stretcher, and no one really knew until after the game was over. So we just wanted to win that for him, and then get back in the room and see how he was doing. And thankfully, he was doing pretty good, walking around with us, and he didn't have to go stay out that long. I don't remember if he came back a couple of games or the next game.
Yeah, it was a couple. But yeah, I mean, that was a scary hit to see. And I've been there before seeing guys taking off on a stretcher. It doesn't matter if it's your team or the other team, but that was scary. And it's good he's back, that kid. So you blast through Winnipeg. And again, like I said, shock the hockey world. And then you head back to the team that didn't want me. And that had to be, for you, just such a great feeling, because I know Max, and I looked at Max's face there, and I couldn't help but feel bad for him, but I really didn't in the scheme of things. But it had to be so gratifying for you, a young kid. You get traded from that team. They drafted you. They trade you. You didn't even get to play a regular season game with them. And now you're going to see him in the playoffs. It had to be just a great feeling.
Yeah, it was definitely extra motivation. But I think my first two games of that series didn't go too well, and I wasn't really happy with my game for those two. But
you let us know it too, right? I got to say that, Tim, like when Nick has had a tough outing, he's probably harder on himself than anybody, and he's honest about his game. And anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I think I was like -4 or -5, and I was like a bunch of face-offs that I lost, and they went right into our net. I'm like, oh man, this is not going how I was planning it. But yeah, I think we had a good. I mean, the whole series was tough. They're a great team. They have a ton of great players, and just the opportunity to try to take out the team that traded you before was pretty cool. And yeah, it doesn't happen that often.
And then we go to the Stanley Cup Final, going up against Tampa, powerhouse that they were. How did you guys feel? Did you sense a little bit of trepidation maybe going into that series as a group, or was the confidence level still high?
Yeah, it was definitely still high. We beat 3 really good teams on our way to the final, and we knew Tampa had an amazing regular season there, and obviously winning the cup the year before, and having all the great players that they did. But the confidence was still there, and the first game didn't go too great. But then that second game we lost, but I thought we played a lot better than them. Just a few bounces didn't go our way, and I think if we were able to win that game, the series could have been a lot different, obviously. But yeah, I think we matched up pretty well against them. But yeah, didn't go our way in the series, and but the confidence never got away from us.
How about for you on a personal level? the experience overall and the growth in that playoff season. And in doing it, yeah, certainly having those veterans around, but with some new young blood in this organization, Cole and company.
Yeah, it was an amazing experience for all us young guys. Not some players never get that opportunity to go that far in their careers, and we want to get back there, and that's our number one goal. And just for me, the experience of going that far, playing playoff hockey against the best competition in the world, gave me a ton of confidence going into the next year and my hopefully long career and the next playoff opportunities. And we know we can get it done. I think our team's going in the right direction where we'll be competing every year, and that's the main goal for all of us.